Hi, I'm Gouhar Werdanian, and this is a lessonette for strings by mail. In this lessonette, I'm going to talk about practicing the right hand alone. Oftentimes when we practice, we concentrate more on the left hand because that's where all the action happens. That's where we're concerned about learning the notes, what position we're playing in, what fingers we're using, etc. And we forget that it's two hands doing the work, and the right hand is just as important as the left hand. So the first step is to actually know the fingering that you are using in the right hand. Because oftentimes we just sort of follow the left hand and the right hand does what it does to pluck the notes that we need, but it's not really planned out. And especially with music that doesn't have a set pattern, it's important to figure out what the right hand fingering is and then to follow it. Once you have it set, it's also important to practice it on its own. And I'll bring a simple example on a C major scale. If I'm playing both hands, most of the time I'm concentrated on the left hand. I'm worried about what fingers I'm going to play, what the notes are, etc. And I'm kind of not thinking about the right. However, it's important to know that the right hand is the one doing the plucking. So it's important to know what exactly you're playing. For this scale, my right hand is... So I need to be aware that, let's say I'm starting on the index finger, I'm going to play the third string twice and then 3 times the second string. And then I have 5 notes on the first string. 3 times on the second string again, and then twice on the third. So alone. And I would do that a number of times, so I sort of connect with my right hand and I can pay attention to what the right hand is doing without being distracted with the notes that the left hand is playing. Then once I can get that comfortably, then I will add the left hand and put them back together. And you can apply this to anything you are playing. Ideally, which is not always possible, but you should be able to play the entire piece, just the right hand alone. Of course, that is very difficult to do, but you can at least apply it to small passages and practice them in isolation so that anything difficult that comes up, you can isolate the hands and learn what it is. For me, what I recently have been practicing on, and I realized I should really find out what my right hand is doing, was a passage from Valses Poeticos, which was this. And every time I was playing it, something was missing. I knew what the left hand notes were, but when I was playing it, I wasn't being consistent. So what I had to do is I had to separate the hands and find out what my right hand is doing. In this case, I knew that I was starting on the A finger, and then I was playing this chord. And then I would do it with the right hand. So I was doing 3 times on the first string, and then I was rolling it back on each string. So that was the first thing. And then I had this. So this time it's sort of the same passage in the right hand, but it's not the same pattern. It's 3 on the first, and then AM and then P on the fourth string. So if the first one was AMI, this one AMP. So then the same thing here. So I figured out what the right hand pattern was, and I practiced that alone. So, and then my 3 fingers were on the second string, and it was A, I, P, which was a different set. So really, in reality, I realized that even though musically it sounds like I just have a sequence, my right hand is actually doing different things. It was once on the adjacent strings, then twice the same pattern, and then I was shifting to the second string and changing the pattern to AIP. So that's just an example on that particular piece. But once I did it, I realized, oh wow, now I can actually know what's going on and it's easier to play. And I encourage you to go through your pieces, find the passages that you're having consistent problems with, separate the two hands and practice them separately so that you know exactly what the right hand is doing, memorize it, practice it alone, and then put it together and you will feel a lot more confident in the outcome. I hope this helps you figure out some of your difficult passages, and I'll see you in the next lessonette. Thank you for watching.